Ooh. Bruh, 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 bruh. Put the bruh, 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 bruh.
I am Hercules, Mama, get up and live in it. Yes, I heard your mother say, come on.
Are you trying to summon a witch or something?
I don't know,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Alright, Gulag, come on, man. If you get more kills than Leroy, if you get more kills than Leroy, I'll ship you some grass.
I mean, I already got some, but I mean, I ain't gonna say no to that.
And I got some Shutter Home, so I'm about to drink a little bit of this wine.
I'm probably about to go smoke real quick.
I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
I was definitely gonna do that if his lazy ass didn't fucking invite me.
Well, I'm going to light up real quick.
No. The game's literally about to start, Gulag. I'm telling you.
I know.
You literally have less until they join. Anybody?
Alright, well, you started up. I still got the whole... You guys know who to ban and everything. Well, I don't really care who the hell we ban.
Real quick.
I don't give a fuck about this game, but y'all got this. I believe in y'all. Make the right choices.
Yeah, I'm about to light this blunt for like 2 seconds. I'm running back up here. Don't call my phone, Leroy.
Don't call your phone?
I will be right back. I am the Flash. I'm taking 2 fat ass puffs and I'm running back.
That's funny.
This bullshit ass game still ain't started yet. What the fuck? I'm just trying to play the game. I just start the chicken wine.
You're impatient as fuck.
I am impatient too. Leroy, just call me when they fucking click the ready button.
No, just stay here.
I'm literally right here out front of my door, like outside of my... I can hear shit, but I got headphones, remember. I'm gonna take like 2 more puffs until the last guy join. I'll be back.
Yeah, are we good to start?
This thing casted?
Oh yeah.
What's the stream?
I don't know, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's on YouTube, pretty sure. Alright.
Well, good luck, guys.
We're live, ladies and gentlemen, for my first guest of the evening. One of the 3 concurrent late night league games going on right now as the first week of Season 8 kicks off. We have Team Happy attacking first on Oregon versus Anomaly. I have not heard of Anomaly, and I've heard of Team Happy, but I haven't seen them in a long, long time. I don't even remember the last time that I saw Team Happy, but I know that I've seen them before. They've been a consistent team, well established, but I haven't seen a whole lot of them recently, at least. Now that they revived, I'd say. I hadn't heard from them at least in the past month or so, and then they suddenly re-emerged. And then on the other side, we have Anomaly. I know some of the players on Anomaly, mainly just Brizo from, what was that, Aatrox, I think it was Aatrox Warriors, at the very least Arson Army. But besides that, I don't really know too much about these two teams. I do know that this is going to be an interesting map. We have Villa, which was chosen by Team Happy. Anomaly just straight up forfeited the right to even ban for a map to Team Happy. So they chose Villa, which is likely a stronger map from Team Happy, considering that they just chose it without even having to really ban at all. So we'll have to see how they do. They are attacking first, and this is a pretty heavily defender-sided map. Not 100%, I'd say none of the maps are 100% defender-sided. That would be very odd if they were, but this is one of the more defender-skewed maps and some of the more defender-skewed sites, especially considering that Mira is here. Mira is not banned, and on this side of Aviator and Games is very strong. They have that classic setup there on those 2 walls, the 2 sort of main walls between AV and Studies, AV and Games. What am I even saying? Aviator and Study, and then Games and Study. The 2 Miras there that basically just lock off that Study side are very hard to deal with without having a vertical player or a Twitch, which there is a Twitch in play from It's Just Leroy, so that will help deal with My Missing's Miras. However, that setup there, if it's not taken out from below, which they don't really have a vertical player besides, I don't know, some frag grenades, or maybe Izzy has a shotgun somewhere in his kit, because Amaru can bring a shotgun. I don't know how they'd really be able to deal with it, because it basically protects itself. You have 1 mirror on this wall, another mirror on this wall. As long as you have somebody on each mirror, you cannot pop them with an ace, with, a Cabana pellets or whatever, because it can just be shot by the other person on a mirror. And the rest of their lineup, however, is pretty surprising, I'd say. I mean, you have Prince Brizo as that Jaeger. I'm not too surprised to see that. I'm somewhat surprised, I'd say, to see a Mozzie in play. It's a very strong operator. It's just you don't see it as one of those immediate picks. It's usually, I like to call it the 5th slot, where once you have everything down, that's when you can start looking into some of those additional operators. And then the Goyo and the Mute combination here, or at the very least, Goyo and Mute as the other 2 operators picked here. And it's an odd choice. I mean, you do have Munker as the Mute. That does bring a good amount of utility. The 4 jammers and Nitro or Bulletproof, and then a very strong secondary in the SMG-11, and obviously the M5 or the MP5K. So has some good utility in play, and the Mute jammers are very helpful for actually almost anything. They can both handle wall denial as well as intel denial, counter a lot of operator utility, and he has 4 of them, so he's very underrated. I'd say he's finally starting to get noticed thanks to the emergence of Flores now in that secondary support role instead of Thatcher or Maverick. But still, it's interesting to see what he's going to do. And then the Goyo, it makes sense now, but at least at first, as Munker will fall at the hands of Killed by 10 Man, the Thermite turning into Fragmite quickly, and will end up getting the first kill of this match there in favor of Team Happy. 5v3 now, Len, I'm just going to call him that, as the Blackbeard actually in 90 somehow managed to pick off one of the members of Anomaly. 5v2 now, Leroy will get 1, however Phantom will trade on Len. 3v2 now, as Sick will get a kill there on Killed by 10 Man. Still a man advantage here in favor of Team Happy as Kusanagi, why are you... He just put a Claymore on... That's... Why? I'm confused. The Twitch is on site, and the Mozzie will actually take Leroy out there. 2v2 now. Surprisingly enough, Sicko actually reversing that mirror to get a frag here onto Kusanagi. It's up to just Izulal here, where Len started the round with frags onto Munker from 90 side. And Len really kicked it off, rather, considering it killed by 10-man there. Hard reach. Got that first frag. Izzy will get one, and unfortunately for him, Sicko will trade. It'll be 1-0 now. Anomaly with the opening lead here on Villa. Just a very interesting first round. I mean, the Amaru picks seemed to be a pocket play. They didn't even really capitalize on it for an attempted rush. They had the Blackbeard there, but they didn't really do a lot of window play, which admittedly there wasn't a whole lot of window play possible on that side. I think they were more predicting Trophy and Statuary, which is now where Anomaly will go. But it was sort of a mess there on the attacking lineup. The rest of their lineup made sense. I mean, you have Mav, you have that Twitch there to help deal with the mirror as well as sort of secondary support in combination with the Maverick. And then you have Thermite, but, you know, the Thermite didn't even get a wall. Not even, like, the 90 wall, which they had control of 90 for pretty much the entire round. At the very least, they had control of head glitch here, thanks to that window. They were obviously getting challenged from 90's short side, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they were unable to get a single wall. I think that's what really did them in. That in the numbers game. I mean, you had players actually getting onto the objective and trying to actually get into position to plant, but they never got the diffuser onto the site, if I remember correctly, let alone, you know, get a wall. It seemed like they were just very incomplete on their attack, on their method, really. Which is what seemed to cost them that round, really, as My Missings will lose some health there. Did attempt to spawn peek, but instead was shot from a different window by one of the attackers, as Izzy Law will actually lose quite a bit of damage here, already nearly on the objective, being pushed here by the smoke of Sicko. Smoke gonna go out now from him. First canister of 3, trying to send it through the drone hole, I believe, but it doesn't really work anymore. Obviously, the propagation system did get changed with the new season, got a nerf with it, I consider it that way at least. As Sicko just holding the angle here, don't know why he's not with the M5, as Kusanagi will capitalize. 5v3 now, 5v2 will get a double kill there onto Sicko and Prince Bruzo. 4v2 now, My Missings will get 1, Munker with another 2v3 now. Round stabilizing, 2v2, Munker will get another kill and a kill by 10-man. However, My Missings will get a second, pardon me, on the round onto Len, up to just, it's just Leroy. Once again, a 1v2 here for Team Happy, and they started off with a pretty nice man advantage. I mean, they started the first round with a man advantage, for Pete's sake. What was that, a 5v3? And it ended up being 1v2, and now that's essentially what we're seeing here. They were at a 5v2 or a 4v2 earlier on, and then they just fed a bunch of 1v1s and easy frags here to Anomaly, which is, I think, what Anomaly really strives on. Munker does confirm the kill there onto Leroy and closes out the round for Anomaly again. Up now 2-0, but that's what Anomaly seems to do best, is to just win 1v1s. In which case, you know, they're winning early on. Team Happy is they're getting the man advantage, but then they have to just trade each other. Play nearby and be able to trade each other, because otherwise it just becomes a series of 1v1s, which isn't the way that you want to be taking those situations where it's, you know, a 5v1, 4v1, whatever. If you feed them a bunch of 1v1s, it's a lot easier than just holding a crossfire or pincering together. But Team Happy just looking a bit messy right now. I mean, they haven't really even pushed a wall. They haven't gotten a plant down yet. They're kind of getting on site, but they're not even really past that. getting anything. You know, they're getting early frags, but then they end up losing the man advantage that they cultivated. It's just looking messy for them. On the other side, Anomaly is looking really good here. They obviously aren't the strongest at playing in the early round, because they have been the team that goes into the 3v5 or whatever v5 early on, both of these past rounds, but they managed to make up for it by just winning 1v1s and then playing the 2v1s smartly enough to close it out there, because they're managing to actually sort of, I'd consider it, bridge the gap between when they're down in a 3v5, when they're down in that 4v5, whatever it is, into a 1v2 sort of situation, and then from there they can just close it out because it's so simple, it's so straightforward, because there isn't the, you know, however many, 8 extra or 7 extra players to deal with, to worry about, as Phantom will fall there at the ends of Leroy. That's not a good start here for Anomaly again. I mean, not only are they losing a player this early on, obviously Leroy and Kusanagi both lost more than 4 bars, pardon me, so it's about even health-wise, but not only did they lose that man advantage very early on, they lost the gun with that, they also lost a lot of utility. I mean, Legion is an operator that you need to keep alive for the late round. Sika will fall there as Kid by Tayman will actually TK Izzy. Oh no! There goes the sledge. The primary vertical player of Team Happy is down now. 3v4. My Missings will take down Kill by 10 man. Len, the next stop here to try and push the objective, is getting some hard pings from his teammates as Leroy is just waiting. Is yellow pinging. Kusanagi will push in. Almost hits Prince. Will get him. Taking out the Aruni there for Anomaly. Will get a evening of the numbers here. And the round seems to now finally be back within their reach. 3v2 now. Len will get a frag onto Munker. However, this is usually where it turns for them. This is usually when the final two manage to give a heck of a fight. 2v1 now. Leroy will take down Sick. Over my Missings. Will get a frag onto Len. Now it's just Kusanagi and Leroy here. They have to just play a crossfire, trade each other here. Get a plant down. They do not have access to the diffuser yet. It is still over in Bicycle Storage where the Hibana of Len had fallen. As you can see, almost half of Team Happy fell in a single room. First a TK and then just not being able to get the gunfight. So I'm sure Len is getting flamed a bit in the Team Happy communications lines for that.
Attackers have located a bomb.
As you can see, Missing's just holding the sight here, as you can see. Meanwhile, actually, Kusanagi almost on the objective, and Leroy will get the flank and the frag to secure a round here for Team Happy. 1-2 now, finally putting themselves up on the board. On to the fourth round. In this first half, we just passed the halfway point. In the half, if you want to consider it a quarter point, you could, I suppose. Looking at the next lineup, or the next round, the next team composition, if you wanted to consider it that way, is... okay, great. As you can see, pretty interesting lineup, at least for Anomaly. They do not have the Mira anymore. They brought it last time, and I think it went pretty well for them. They were able to get frags off of it, at least off of popping in and then playing in study. When Team Happy realized that and decided to push the 90 side instead, they were able to respond accordingly, which is what helped earn them the round. But now, switching it up a bit, they still have the Jaeger. The rest is the Jaeger and the Mazi, pardon me. The rest is different. Instead of the Mira, you have a Maestro. Instead of a Goyo, you have an Ella. And instead of a Mute, you have an Aruni. So, no wall denial, technically, unless you wanted to count Evil Eyes, but I don't really want to consider them to be wall denial. More so just intel. And then obviously the Rooney and Jaeger combination, it's an emerging combination, surprisingly enough, that's really strong. You have obviously the utility, the throw-up denial, pardon me, of that Jaeger with those ADSs that when stacks can be a real pain to deal with. As Monker will fall at the hands of Killed by 10 man again. Early frags here for Team Happy is what they really need to get themselves control of the round, be able to throttle it really. You can see Phantom trying to actually open up a sightline in that wall. He will now. Phantom lowered from that. He'll actually rotate around. And now swinging here, might actually jump out. Is he on the right? He jumps out, looks for the frag, and he will get it onto Izzy Long. As the man advantage is neutralized, cost Phantom just over half of his health, but he took down that sledge there, took down that soft breach. Really up to just, I'd say, Kusanagi and Leroy if they want to get any of those soft walls open. And obviously taking out that player there on that 90 window, which is what really helped anchor them that first round, even though they lost that first round. What really seemed to get them control is, I just realized, they're on Aviator in games, and they have this main extension, which is pretty normal. There's no rotate for it. You look at the main walls here. There's no reinforcements. You look over here. There's no reinforcement. They have seriously just left these walls soft. I don't know why. They haven't even put sightlines into them. As you can see, Phantom trying to lower somebody. As Kusanagi will fall at the hands of Prince Rizzo. Phantom will get a frag down to kill by 10 man. As you can see, Leroy trying to get one as well. Prince Rizzo will take some damage from it. Phantom playing very, very aggressively here in Aviator, playing those sightlines that had actually been made most likely by the attacking team. As you can see, Prince Rizzo gonna rotate around. Passes swing with a shotgun, looks for it, does lower Leroy, jumps out, gets the frag, however, will be immediately taken down there by Kusanagi's Claymore. 1v3 now, none v3, missings will take down Len and earn the round there for Anomaly. 3-1 now. The penultimate round of the first half, trophy and statutory defense here from Anomaly. Another attempt to start up a side sweep from them. They got very close to it the first time around, and unfortunately lost on that first floor side of dining and kitchen. However, they could potentially get it again if they win this next round, and then the round after, that final round of the first half, they would end up closing out the defending half on Villa with a 5-1 split in their favor, which would mean that they could very well close it out early. Obviously, this is ideal circumstances. They are, I would consider it unlikely to win that first floor site, considering that they ended up losing it the last time around. But still, never say never. And speaking of possibilities here, we have some odd intel operators. There's possibilities for some new combinations. Phantom bringing the alibi here, bringing those prismas. Most likely is just bringing it for the gun, I would think. I feel bad for him. He just got a lag spike when he tried that. He'll immediately be taken out there, however, by Leroy for a 5v4 now. Sicko will take down Kusanagi. Actually even it out. Takes out the Super Fragger Zofia. Takes out a lot of utility with it. Great position for him. Leroy will fall there at Prince Rizzo's hands. As My Missings will also take some damage. Double kill there. As the Len will take down Prince Rizzo, and Monker will actually TK My Missings. What a misplay from Anomaly. Getting the man advantage in favor of Team Happy here. Is he going to be looking to actually Candela into a trophy side, trying to get the frost that's in there? We'll throw in one that impacts and forces the frost there of Monker to rotate away. I don't know if he realized it, but could be an opportunity for him. Sicko looking to push forward now. Munker as well with him. One in the angles, waiting this out. You can see Sicko back on site. Munker, however, down. Not out just yet, but has been put into a DB-no situation here. Killed by 10-man was revived at some point, so he's finally back into the field of play, really. And half the round has elapsed, and more than half the lobby is out. 3v2, still 5 players alive on both. If you wanted to combine both sides, is what I was about to say. I don't know why I was going to confuse it for you all. Double kill from Sicko will lead to a 2v2 now. Waiting there. Knows Len's there. Len swings and will be traded there by Sicko for a 3k from him. 4k from Sicko. Closes out the round for Anomaly. 4-1 now. Again, Thunderbird almost came out for the second round now from Anomaly. Luckily for them did not, as Munker is instead opting to bring Cav.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
Of all things, Cav. Makes sense. Totally. Not an operator that has probably the worst defensive kit and is easily droned out, and whose ability is pretty easy to deal with. Not at all. Not like they could have brought Vigil or a Bandit, maybe for wall denial, or a Mute. No?
5 seconds left before attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Five v4 missing with TK Phantom. Why? I don't get it. I'm confused here. It's 4-1. They're guaranteed to have a round advantage going into their attacking half. It's just a matter of 2 or 4 for them. If they win this round here and they get the side sweep, it's 4. If they don't, it's 2. Which is either average or above average for defending Villa. As I said, it's a defender-sided map, so they're expected to at least go 3-3, if not 4-2, in their favor. Missing Salvar does not miss onto Kusanagi. Will make up for that TK earlier on onto Phantom. Obviously not great that they went down early on, but taking out that IQ that has a lot of utility. I mean, it's an ability that doesn't have a counter and can be used as long as IQ is alive. It's a very strong option. Now, as the Cav there, Munker will get a frag onto Isilol 3v4. I don't think that they were really expecting the Cav play, but at least now that they're aware, we'll be trying to push the objective here. I think a run-out attempted by Munker, however, was unable to get anything off of it. See Len trying to make something work here. They do have just a small sightline set up by, killed by 10-man, but not much else. As you can see, flank gonna come down from Prince Breezo, get a double kill off of it onto Len, as well as killed by 10-man. However, Leroy getting double kills himself onto Munker, and Sicko up to just Missings and Breezo here on the objective. 30 seconds left in the round. Leroy very low here. Prince Breezo and Missings gonna be the one actually to get the frag in the round for his team. 5-1, a site sweep. Earns a very strong split for Anomaly. Alright. First round of the second half. Izzy Lal continuing with some meme choices here. Or relatively meme choices. He had a Ying for basically all the first half. I think he ran a Maru one time. But he had a Ying for most of that half. And so now we'll be providing the counter to the operator he chose in the first half, which I don't think that it was a very smart choice for me bringing the Ying. Didn't really do much. But as I was saying, you know, now bringing the Warden here, bringing, as I like to consider him, the operator with the most drip in all of Siege. His ability is the Rolex. He has the MPX, the Pea Shooter, or the M5, and either flashes pistol or the most uncontrollable secondary in the world as his options. Kusanagi will fall at the hands of my Missings, who I think was rushing, killed by 10, however will take out Sicko, as I think it was a somewhat rushed attempt here. Missings is stunned by one of the Grismods set up by Len. As you can see, is just trying to play side here, does not have the FO12, sadly. Munker will get a frag onto Izzy Lal. Prince Breezo takes down Leroy. So just killed by 10-man and Len. Both of them almost on the objective here. Len trying to play that 90 side, watching out for Study as well. Killed by 10-man, trying his best to hold down the objective, but it's going to be bad for him. 2v3, Len will get a frag. Killed by 10-man, gets a double kill now. That's Prince Breezo. Munker as well. Oh, you want to fall. Len gets another frag on my Missing. So just Phantom Law here. The Blitz unable to get the frag onto the Bandit, unfortunately. And that round will go to Team Happy. 2-5 now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Take some trauma plates. Unrolling razor wire. You can stop worrying about grenades now. Whooping Mac! Razor wire is deployed. Set device.
10 seconds to insertion.
Place device.
5 seconds remaining.
Activated device.
Pardon my silence over the past 30 seconds to a minute. Just not a whole lot to discuss here besides the fact that it's basically a ranked match. There's no real strategy involved. We're seeing picks like Blitz, Warden, Clash, Rook, Amaru, Blackbeard, and it's just frags. Munker rushing, does get a frag there on kill by 10 man. Spots another one, however, will be traded by Len. Fortunately, decided to focus on the Clash instead of the Ella, which is a odd choice. Ranked mentality, I suppose. Prince Priest will get a frag there onto Len. 2v2 now. Izzylaw will get the knife there onto Prince Priest. I don't know what Missings is doing here. Why? What are you doing? My guy. Leroy, his teammate, off-site here, as Phantom will fall there. And Sicko has just left. What is this? Trying the bikini body. Missings will get the frag onto Izzy. However, traded out by the flank from Leroy. 3-5 now. Comeback mounting for Team Happy. Pardon the delay, everybody. We're waiting for a member of Anomaly to return after leaving. It was Sicko left after he died. I don't know why. Don't know where he's went, but hopefully he returns and we'll be able to continue this. According to Brizo here, he apparently he got hit offline, so they might have to just push through. I've paused momentarily just so that way Team Happy can respond, because there might be a request to rehost.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And apparently it will be denied because there's some rule saying that no new teammates are allowed mid-game. So, sorry Anomaly, you guys can't sub somebody in. Hi Jodo. I see it's the coastline team versus the bikini body team. This is I don't even know. 5v3, Len will take down Phantom. 4v3, Monker will take down Izzylaw. 3v3, Monker will actually get a double kill on the Len there. Good recovery here from Anomaly, at least so far. I don't know why, but all of a sudden they seem to actually care. They're actually able to get frags here and keep it even, as Team Happy is just stacked on the objective. Kusanagi lowered from a breach charge, mind you, as Missings looking to push forward here. Will swing. Takes down Kusanagi with a headshot. 2v3 now. Spots killed by 10 man as well for a 1v3. We'll look to finish it off here. finds the Jaeger, though. Prince Brizo will be down and out thanks to Leroy's work. However, missing 3K from him to earn the round 4. Anomaly up now, 6-3. Is this D4? This is Midnight League. Now, 6-3 match point here for Anomaly, which seems like an anomaly. They were up 5-1.5, and they've led up 2 rounds and gotten 1. So under that same idea, they will end up losing here in the next round and then win somehow 7-5. Which I hope they win earlier and don't go to overtime.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Deploying ADS. Working is up. Device set. Device ready.
Now, Aviator and Games Defense here for Team Happy. Arguably the strongest side on this map is the one they'll be going to as they try and keep their chances alive here in this first round. If I remember correctly, the way that Late Night works is that this is week 1 of 8. So the top 8 teams of the month will end up moving on, and so there's 4 weeks in a month. And so, therefore, if they make it to the championship, they move on to the major. So, theoretically, if they end up losing here, then they are out. If they win, they face the winner of 141 Esports versus Team Sin.
A bomb has been located.
Which, that should be an interesting match. See, Phantom almost on the objective here, and there's Too Happy is basically all on site. 3v4, he'll get one and killed by Taman. Doesn't realize somebody's on the floor though. 2v4, he spots the Jaeger. 1v4 of the Just Kusanagi here. Doesn't even notice them. They're all TKing each other. They're literally just toying with him. Kusanagi trying his best, but he's just getting bullied here by Anomaly, and they'll close it out. In a 4v5, mind you, booking their ticket here to the second round of week 1, keeping their chances alive to making it to the major here. Anomaly will win on Villa 7-3 against Team Happy.
GG.
Hey, Blake, hear me out. You also gas.